Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
Hello students, so now we will discuss in this lecture about multiplication of a fraction with a fraction. In the last part we discussed multiplication of a fraction with a whole number. Let's get started. Okay, so let us consider one example. There is a girl named Farida. She had a 9 centimeter long strip of a ribbon. Okay, she has a ribbon and the length of that ribbon is 9 centimeter. She cut the strip into 4 equal parts. Okay, how will she make 4 equal parts? So what we will do, whatever is the strip, suppose this is the strip 9 centimeter long, what will she do? She will fold it once and then she will fold it again. So when she fold it one time, you get half of 9 centimeter, because we have to form 4 equal parts, so we want 4 equal parts. So what we will do, we will fold it again. Like when you fold, you will be like this, it will be 9 upon 2, right? 2 parts you will get of 9 upon 2, but when you again fold it, you get 4 equal parts. Yes, so now how did she do it? She folded the strip twice. 2 times we are going to fold that strip. What fraction of the total length will each part represent? So what we are doing, first of all, she is folding it one time. So what will she get? 9 upon 2, right? We are dividing 9 into 2 equal parts. Now we are again folding it. So actually what we are getting is, we are doing half of 9 upon 2. Now do you know how to multiply these fractions? No, you don't. But we know that each part of the strip at end will represent 9 upon 4, right? Or we can say 1 upon 4 of 9, because we are making 1/4, 4 equal parts of this 9 centimeter strip, right? So what is actually happening if you observe here? 1 is multiplied with 9, 2 is multiplied with 2. So to observe these things, to multiply such fractions, we need to know how do we multiply to fractions. Let us consider one more example. Okay, look here. What does this represent? There are 3 equal parts. So this is 1 upon 3. Yes, the shaded part is 1 upon 3. But if I have to do half of 1 upon 3, I have to do half of 1 upon 3. Okay, what will we do? We will make it half. Okay, as you can see, it is done here and there are 2 equal parts. So what does this A represent here? A represents half of 1 upon 3. Right? Now how do we solve this fraction? How do we write the multiplication of this? How do we do the product? Okay, so just see, if I divide all the 3 parts into 2 equal parts, 1 is already divided, as you can see, the shaded ones, and these dotted lines shows the rest 4 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So how many total parts do you have? 6 parts. If I take this A, the portion which is indicated by A, it is 1 part out of the 6th part. So it is 1/6 portion, right? So A is nothing but 1 upon 6. And here also, if we multiply the numerator and the denominator, we get 1 upon 6. That means we can conclude, if we have to multiply 2 fractions, what we are going to do? We will multiply the numerators as well as the denominators together and write the product, right? Okay, so we have some of the questions to do here. Let's do them. Now as we know, we have to multiply the numerators and denominator. So 1 into 1 is 1 divided by 2 into 7 is 14. So what we are doing? Multiplying the numerators together, writing the product in the numerator of the final fraction, multiplying the denominator of each fraction, writing the answer as the denominator of final fraction. Now it is also to be written as 1 into 1 upon 5 into 7, right? So it will be 1 upon 35. Similarly, here we have 1 upon 7 into 1 upon 2. So 1 into 1 will be 1 and 7 into 2 is 14. So again we will get 1 upon 14. Here we have 1 upon 7 into 1 upon 5. So again 1 into 1 upon 7 into 5, giving us the same answer as the second part, 1 upon 35. What do you observe, student? Is this part and this part equal? So I do half of 1 upon 7 or I do 1 upon 7 of half. we are going to get the equal answer. Similarly, here is the case, right? Let us solve this question now. It says Sushant reads 1/3 part of a book in 1 hour. That means in 1 hour, what is the part of the book read by him? 1/3 part. How much part of the book will he read in 2 whole 1/5 hours? Okay, so this 2 whole 1/5 hours are more than 1 hour. So we know part of book, what we are given with? Read in 1 hour. In 1 hour, we are given he reads 1/3 part of the book. Now, what we have to calculate? Part of book read in 2 whole 1/5 hours, right? So what we will do? 1/3 multiplied with 2 whole 1/5. How do we multiply such fractions? What we are going to do? We are going to convert the mixed fraction into the improper fraction first. So we will get 1/3 into 5 into 2 is 10 plus 1, that gives us 11. 11/5. Now we can easily multiply, as we have learned. How do we multiply the two fractions? We multiply the numerators together and we multiply the denominator together. So what is the answer that we will get? 11/15. Okay, 11/15 part, not hours, because this is the part of the book. So this part of the book he will read in 2 whole 1/5 hours. Let's try out this now. As we know, to solve the product of two fractions, okay, what we do? We write product of numerators divided by product of denominators. Let's just apply this to this problem as well. 1/3 into 4/5. 1 into 4 will become 4 and 3 into 5 will become 15. So this is going to be your answer. In this one, 2 multiplied with 1 is 2 and 3 multiplied with 5 is 15. Okay, can you compare these two fractions, that which one is the greater one? If the denominators are same, what do we do, students? We compare the numerator. The fraction having the greater numerator is larger. So 4/15 is greater than 2/15 because this represents 4 parts out of 15 parts and this is representing 2 parts out of the 15 parts. So definitely 4/15 is greater. Let's find out this as well. You will multiply in the first one the numerators together, 8 into 4, and the denominators together. 8 into 4 is 32, 3 into 7 is 21. This is going to be your answer. Similarly, here we'll get 3 into 2 is 6 and 4 into 3 is 12. You can definitely cancel them and can write the answer as 1/2. Here also you could cancel them and could have written the answer because they are in multiplication. Numerator and denominator things can be cancelled out. Okay, you can convert this to a mixed one because what is this? This is a improper fraction. Clear? Now we will do the value of products. What do we mean is whenever we multiply two whole numbers, suppose I say 3, I multiply with 4, what will I get? I will get 12. So I know the product value is always going to be greater than 3 as well as 4. So this is the case of whole number, students. When we multiply two whole numbers, the answer that we are getting is always going to be greater than the two numbers that we have. So what about fractions? If we do multiply the fraction, what about the product that we get? Will it be greater? Will it be smaller? What is the case with proper fractions and improper fractions? Let's just check it out. Okay, so let's consider this table and here what is written? 2/3 into 4/5. Okay, let's multiply it. 2 4s are 8 and 3 5s are 15. Now 8/15 is there and 2/3 and 4/5 is there. Okay, 2/3 and 4/5. If I have to make the denominators 15, what I need to do? I need to multiply with 5 and 3, the numerators and the denominators. So it is actually 10/15 and this is actually 12/15 if you observe. Yes? And the answer that we got is 8/15. So what can you say about 8/15 is greater or smaller than 10/15? It is smaller than 10/15. Similarly, it is smaller than 12/15 as well. So we can say that whatever the product we get Okay, also notice these fractions. Are these proper or improper? These are proper fractions where the numerator value is smaller than the denominator value. So now when we have this, what we can say, whatever the product value we are getting, that is less than both the fractions. Yes, so product is less than each of the fractions. This is the result that we have reached to. Let's check it for the other fractions as well. Okay, so 1 upon 5 and 2 upon 7, I'll get the answer as 2 upon 5 sevens are 35. Now 2 upon 35 is there. To make 1 upon 5 with a denominator 35, I will get 7 upon 35. And similarly 2 upon 7 is there. To make the denominator 35, you see, we get 10 upon 35. Both of these are greater than 2 upon 35. So we can say 2 upon 35 is less than 1 upon 5 as well as it is less than 2 upon 7. Okay, so we can write the same statement here as well, that product is less than each of the fractions. Same result we are getting. Okay, now in the next one, let's consider this as 1. So 3 into 1 is 3 and 5 eighths are 40. So again, when you see this, this is going to be very less than these two fractions. So we will write 3 upon 5 is less than 3 upon 40 and 1 upon 8. Okay, 3 upon 40 is going to be less. So I'll just mark the greater sign here. And 1 upon 8 will also be greater than 3 upon 40. You write either this way or this way, both are correct. Just the thing that product is going to be smaller than each of the fractions. You can check as I have done this here and also here. Okay, and same answer, same result we are getting, students, that the product is less than each of the fractions. The next one, which we have 2 and 4 upon 9. Just see, 4 upon 9 is a proper fraction. To make this proper fraction, what I can do? I can write 2 upon 3. Okay, already we are given 45 here. So what I should write here, if you see, 9 5s are 45. Right? So we have 2 upon 5 and 4 upon 9 and we have 8 upon 45 as the answer. Again we know 8 upon 45 is less than 2 upon 5 and it is also less than 4 upon 9. Okay? So yes, the product is smaller than or less than the fractions. If you can just check 2 upon 5, if I convert the denominator to 45, I'll multiply with 9, it will be 18 upon 45. 18 upon 45, you see it is greater than 8 upon 45. We can say this is smaller. Similarly, you can check up for the second fraction. So what we say, when we multiply two proper fractions, the result, the product is always going to be lesser than each of the fractions. Okay, let's do this one. Here if you observe, what do we have? We have improper fractions. These are improper fractions where numerator is greater than the denominator. Now, multiplying them, we got 35 upon 6. Just see here, 7 upon 3 is there. I have to make the denominator 6. What will I get? 14 upon 6. 14 upon 6 is greater than 35 upon 6 or lesser than? It is less than. That means I can say this product is greater than this. This is written here. Similarly, the second one, which is 5 upon 2, if I make the denominator 3, it is going to be 15 upon 6. Is it greater or smaller than 35 upon 6? It is smaller. So I can say this product is always going to be greater than the fraction, each of the fraction which we are multiplying. In case of improper fraction, the product is greater. In case of proper fractions, the product is smaller. You need to keep this in mind. Similarly, you can check for these. Okay, suppose I have 6 upon 5 is already given. Here it is 24. Okay, then what do I need to write? 6 4s are 24. Now you can check up whether this is greater or smaller. You will always find that this product is going to be greater than each of these fractions. You can similarly take any two example of two improper fractions. Suppose I write 5 upon 3 and 9 upon 7. So you can check like this. These are improper fractions. You write any two fractions of your own choice and please do it in the similar way. Take up the product and then try to find out the product is greater or the fractions are greater. You will always find when you multiply two improper fractions, you are getting the product as greater than each of the fraction, each of the improper fractions. Clear?